speechless right now, and that's a rarity for me. So, yeah. Wow. What have I let myself in for? Literally, I don't think I've ever pulled on old so small in my life. Supposed warm up. Right, so I'm just going to go clip to clip.
First of all, your quick draw's upside down.
Is it?
Yeah, black end.
Oh god, yeah, I thought it was moving around. Obviously, red pointing for the first time at Kendal was my first time experience of red pointing entirely. So, is there much difference between red pointing inside and red pointing outside?
I would say not. I think that session we did set us up pretty well.
Okay.
I mean, the main thrust of it is, at all costs, don't just charge at the root and see how high you can get. Like, you've got to be really disciplined. Clip in, hang back, look at what you've done, go over that, plan the next bit, stop, start. You know, otherwise you just get totally spanked right at the start of the session, and that'll be it.
It is slippy.
It is. It's a very kind of all or nothing style with your feet. If you're remotely tentative, your foot's gone. And the other thing is, I mean, don't be shy of using the stick, the clip stick. You know, I mean, even the 8C, 9A climbers will stick clip bolts here. I'd say the main difference here compared to indoors, you're going to use the same methods for red pointing, but you're going to just find that holds a lot more difficult to see. So you'd waste a ton of time, energy, skin trying to find the best way to climb a sequence, whereas if you stick clip it, you can then pull yourself up, find the holds when you're actually sat on the rope rather than when you're hanging on.
Okay.
And you'll just save yourself barrel loads. The other thing about climbing here is it's really challenging to get warmed up when you find that the easiest route here is 7A, and you know, it's really not a warm-up route for most people. So again, if you just charge at that, you know, it'll be end of session. So the key will be to just treat it almost like a bouldering warm-up. Go up it and just do little moves on it, and don't try and do the whole thing. So for me, one of the most important things about this whole quest with Ben is that I don't just take him here and just give it him on a silver platter, like stick clip his bolts, put his top rope up, give him all his beta so he doesn't have to think. I mean, I don't think that's what coaching is, and I actually quite strongly believe that that's not the way to go. You know, I want Ben to learn to an extent the hard way. I mean, I'm here to guide him. I want him to stick clip his own bolts, work his own sequences. I'm not going to leave him high and dry. You know, if he really does get stuck, of course, I'm going to show him the process of how he unlocks the climb himself, rather than just giving it to him. Because that way, when he eventually does it, he'll feel like he's earned the title and he's like a proper climber, rather than someone that he's just been spoon-fed. I'm going to make the call that we're not going on the 7B today.
Okay.
And I say that because I feel it would be very much like running before you can walk.
Yeah.
And I think that you'll have a bad experience. And I think this route was more than hard enough for you. And I think that it would almost be better, I'm going to spit it out, as if you almost like try and forget about climbing 7B.
Okay.
For now, and just focus on climbing this route. I want you to earn your wings the authentic way.
Okay.
Like, this isn't about doing laps indoors and exploding out of the climbing wall. And you know, I want you to go through the process of learning this stone and learning the nuances of this stone and how it climbs and how it moves and what it's all about. You know, like, go through that process. That is more important than following any training program.
7A is now kind of like my goal indoors, but then to come out and actually feel the real rock and feel like I'm climbing in a place where there's a 9B right there, and Yeah, there's just so many routes there that are just absolutely mental. So to even to pull onto the same rock, regardless of grade, is pretty phenomenal. I'd say this is probably my most eye-opening experience in climbing, and that is a big thing because like climbing has fully consumed me for the last 2 years. So to still be able to rock up and still be schooled is just. Top's right there. Oh, good God. I don't think a move has ever taken such mental willpower in all my life.
Right, well, I mean, the positives to take from that are that you pushed yourself onward, you led to the top in kind of 3 sections.
Did all the moves.
You went from, like, on the first go, not being able to do some of the moves on the top rope to actually leading through some of those sections. So, I mean, it might not be the progress that you were hoping for, it might not be the 7B, it's a so-called lowly 7A, but, on rock, it's a different, as we know, it's a different ball game. So I think you should be happy with what you've done, but know that you've got plenty to do, but know that it's not going to be won or lost indoors at the wall. Go on, Ben. Go on. This is an absolutely crucial point we've reached.
I thought it'd go away and it just really hasn't gone.